I said send your stories thinking it would be light. You guys said, alright, bet. And now I'm here reading this and I'm like, wow. Anyway, welcome back to Sincerely Me, the podcast where we say the things we usually type, delete, and maybe even overthink. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, it's nice to see your face again. Settle in. Let's unpack all of these messages that you guys sent to me. I'm grateful for them, but at the same time, I'm like, I probably need therapy after this. This season, we're doing things a bit differently. Less advice from me and more real life experiences from us. So grab your drinks, relax, and let's talk and let's unpack these stories, shall we? Keeping all of the senders of these messages anonymous to protect their privacy, but I can't unsee these things. I wish I could. Anyways, the first message I have here is, hi, Sincerely Me. Please keep this anonymous, I beg. Bet. So I met this guy last year and we started talking. Nothing official, but we were talking every single day. Morning, night, random calls, everything. You set yourself up. We never dated, but it felt like we were in something. Felt like anytime I try to bring up what are we, it will say he likes to take things slow and doesn't want pressure. Fast forward 9 months later, I opened Instagram and saw his engagement pictures. I was shocked, like proper shocked. The caption was even, I knew from the start. Apparently, just not with me. I'm still trying to laugh about it, but honestly, I feel used and stupid. I just needed to share. Well, I can't say I can relate to this because I cannot. It all boils down to getting clarity from people that you are dealing with, whether in every kind of relationship, whether platonic, whether friendships, whether romantic relationships, even at your places of work. I spoke about clarity some few years back on Sincerely Me on Spotify. Maybe you should check that out. But clarity is very, very important. We know that the relationship is in market, the way they say job market, the relationship space can get really toxic and a lot of people do not have like genuine intentions and all of that. They just want to waste time really. But getting clarity, ask questions. Not me, don't ask me. Don't ask me those questions. But ask questions. Ask questions. It's very important to like ask questions and get clarity from whatever it is that you're doing to avoid stories like this, to avoid situations like this. And another thing I'd like to point out from this person's story is that a lot of people use the term let's not rush this because there's something they're actually trying to avoid. Is that self-shade? I don't know. But yeah, ask questions, babe. Ask questions. If he doesn't ask you, like, this is mouth, don't assume. If there's no clarity, do not make assumptions. Don't make assumptions and say, we talk often, we do this, we do. Ask questions, so you get why. Okay. Hi. I don't even know how to start this. Okay. I applied for a job I really wanted and told just one friend about it. She encouraged me, helped me practice and everything. Good friend. Weeks later, she called me crying and screaming. She got the job. I take back my word. Same role, same company. I congratulated her and acted happy, but after the call, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried. This is so sad. I feel bad that I'm jealous because she didn't do anything wrong, but I also feel invisible, like God skipped me. You did indeed. I don't know how to process this feeling without feeling like a bad person. Well, first of all, I'm sorry that you have to experience that. These things happen. It can be really hard to feel happy for others when you are grieving something yourself, especially when it is something that you really, really wanted. It can be very hard to navigate being genuinely happy for friends, colleagues when you see them winning and you're like stuck, not necessarily, but you feel like you're in the same place you've been from the beginning while they are progressing. But at the end of the day, There's nothing wrong in feeling that way. There's absolutely nothing wrong. As long as you're not jeopardizing the other person's chances because of the way you feel, you are not letting your jealousy in that moment grow into something toxic, into something that can affect the next person, then I feel like those feelings are actually quite normal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like those kind of feelings are actually quite normal. Feeling bad doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It's based off of what you do with that feeling that will determine if you're like a bad person or a good person. But then again, a little advice from me would be don't use other people's progress, don't use other people's lives to measure your own progress or your own growth in life. At the end of the day, we're all on our own individual races, even in the same life. Like like my mom says that all the time. But like, yeah, we are all on our own different individual race. Even if you're like in the same industry, in the same company, we're all on our own individual races and individual journeys. So just embrace your journey. It might seem slow at first, it might seem slow right now, but embrace the journey. Okay, babe? The next one, real quick before I wrap it up. Hello, sincerely me. Hi. When I got my last job, everyone was happy. My parents told family members, church people, everybody. But after some months, the job started affecting me badly. Long hours, no rest, always anxious. Yeah, I was not myself anymore. When I finally resigned, people said I was ungrateful and lazy. But for the first time in months, I could sleep well. I still don't know if I made the right decision, but I know I was tired. I just wanted to share. Well, Nigerians would probably say you are ungrateful because we have this culture of endurance and perseverance regardless of what we're going through. But I like the fact that the new generation, like, we're changing that. Like, yeah, if I can't breathe, if I'm doing something and I can't breathe, if I'm doing something and it's affecting my mental health, if I'm doing something and I realize that I'm not me, I'm losing a part of myself, and it's affecting me, basically, I'm out. They say, oh, this generation, we are lazy, we quit at any small thing. Let us quit. Let us quit. They say, oh, early sporting, we quit. We don't know how to persevere, we work out at the slightest discomfort and all of that. But sometimes the best thing is not the opportunity itself. It's knowing when to walk away. And I get that doing that, taking that bold step, because it is a bold step. It can be scary, it can bring in loads of uncertainties. It's something I have done before, but at the same time, you just have to choose yourself. You just have to keep choosing you above all else. And I get it, not everybody has that privilege, because it is a privilege to walk away from certain things. Not everybody has that privilege. So when you find yourself in an environment that allows you to walk away from things that you do not like, when you have a strong support system that is there and say, oh, if you want to walk away, we're here to support you regardless, I feel like you should be grateful and not mourn what was lost, but look forward. It begins to sound like motivational speech. Anyways, let's round this off, guys. Hi, Derry. I sincerely mean. I'm not proud of this, but I think I should say it, okay? I didn't ghost people because I didn't care. Oh boy. I ghosted because I felt behind in life. Everyone around me was doing well, and I felt like I had nothing to show. So instead of explaining myself, I just went quiet. I know it hurts some people and feel guilt, and I feel guilty about. I know it hurts some people, and I feel guilty about it. I just didn't know how to say I'm not okay at that time. Thanks for creating a space like this. Oh, you're welcome. Ghosting can be hurtful to the people that you're ghosting, but at the same time, there are times where you just feel like ghosting. There are times you actually just feel like ghosting. Yeah, been there, done that. So I would know. Thanks for sharing. You should also explain yourself to the people that care about you that you ghosted, so that they know that, oh, you didn't do it out of whatever, just that you needed that at that point in time. Okay? Hi, sincerely me. This year wasn't loud for me. No big breakthrough, but I showed up scared and kept trying. I just want someone to say it counts. It counts! In this era where a lot of us actually fight with showing up consistently, my dear, it counts. Clap for yourself. It counts. It counts. You should give yourself a pat on the back for doing that and for staying true to yourself. Showing up can be but yeah, shout out to those who do it every time. So a lot of them have actually been like an inspiration for me myself. A lot of people, pressure me to like show up, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So like, yeah, thank you. I do not want this episode to be too long, so I'm going to round it up here. But I'll be back again next week with your stories. I still have a lot of them in my mails, but if you've not sent yours, keep sending them. Those experiences need to be shared, and Sincerely Me is here to listen. So sincerelyme468@gmail.com, Instagram sincerelyme468. Don't forget to send those messages. I'm here to listen. We don't judge. Did you see me judging anybody since morning? Anyway, I won't lie, some of these stories, they shook me small, but I'm grateful for the honesty, and I'm grateful for the fact that you trust this platform to be the avenue to share your stories anonymously. We're learning, we're laughing, we're healing, one conversation at a time. This is Sincerely Me. Don't be a stranger. See you next week. Bye.